911 Season 8, Episode 13 was monumental for the Diaz family, but one Eddie scene ingeniously ties back to Ryan Guzman's career. Invisible was easily one of 9-1's best episodes in recent years, as the grounded focus on Eddie and Christopher's, Gavin Mayhew, relationship blended well with the compelling if not frustrating Hen, Aisha Hines, subplot. 911 Season 8, Episode 13 had all the best aspects of the long-running procedural, opening with a ridiculous emergency, Kevin L. Johnson's Archie trapped beneath his cheating fiancé and his own cousin, seamlessly leading into a character-forward dual narrative that cements the overarching theme. Although Invisible doesn't include a hallmark 911 disaster moment, the introspective force behind the episode packs more than enough punch. The emotional rubber band is pulled taut with each passing scene, and the tension snaps in a cathartic ending where Eddie finally puts his foot down and insists Christopher move back in with him, to the chagrin of his less-than-sympathetic mother, Helena, Paula Marshall. Now that 911 has joined the list of shows renewed by ABC for the 2025-26 season, there will hopefully be many more character-driven episodes that help progress the plot but also pepper in new character details. 911 Season 8, Episode 13 reveals Eddie was a competitive ballroom dancer. According to Helena, he was award-winning. Up until 911 Season 8, Episode 13, Eddie had been self-sabotaging his reconciliation with Christopher because he truly believed his son was in good hands with his parents, down to the chess tournament that he assumes Christopher is excited for. When Eddie appears to cheer Christopher on, he learns his father, Ramon, George Del Hoyo, has allowed everyone to believe he is Christopher's parent. After Chris, consumed by the pressure, vomits on the chessboard, Eddie realizes his son had been subjected to the same unyielding expectations that caged him growing up. When Eddie confronts his mother, 911 reveals a toxic pattern. If it wasn't already clear that Eddie's parents are villains in 911 Season 8, the conversation that closes out the Diaz family's plot in Invisible is proof enough. When Eddie nonchalantly begins to pack an overnight bag and informs Helena that Chris will be living with his father again, Helena quickly resorts to cheap shots about Eddie's work as an Uber driver. Furthermore, Helena refuses to believe Christopher hates chess, drawing a parallel to Eddie that uncovers a surprising new detail about his childhood. Eddie was a successful but joyless competitive ballroom dancer before the events of 911. Eddie's past as a ballroom dancer is a reference to Guzman's step-up role. Sean Acer will always linger. Ryan Guzman as Sean Acer in the Step Up franchise. The earliest details 911 has revealed about Eddie include him being a teenage father and opting to enlist in the army rather than pursue a college degree. Smaller and vaguer experiences have been discussed, like Eddie having to be man of the house while his father neglected him and his sisters. 911 Season 8 revealing his ballroom dancing past may seem humorous for a moment, purely due to how unexpected the sport is for his character, but dance perfectly fits Eddie's storyline and functions as a nod to Ryan Guzman's past in the Step Up film franchise. Ryan Guzman portrayed Sean Acer in Step Up Full Revolution and Step Up, All In, a flash mob leader who eventually dedicates himself to dancing as a career. The procedural has leaned into Guzman's dancing before, with 911 Season 8's risky business tribute, but Eddie's ballroom past cements dance as a core aspect of his character's backstory. Although Eddie doesn't look back on his competitive ballroom dancing fondly, introducing this unexpected detail leaves the door open for 911 to lean further into his past, potentially culminating in Eddie reclaiming dance as a way of reclaiming himself, free of his parents.